Wayne Rooney is one of the greatest Premier League players ever, but as a manager, things couldn't have gone worse. His time at Derby County was destroyed by a brutal points deduction. His spell at DC United in the MLS, pure chaos. And Birmingham City, yeah, he got sacked in like 83 days. And now Wayne Rooney has basically given up on management. He's doing punditry, podcasts, occasionally beefing with Ronaldo, but deep down, you just know Wayne Rooney wants one more shot at becoming a top manager. And today we're making that comeback happen. We're taking control of Wayne Rooney's managerial career. Now you'd think a player that's dominated world football for over a decade would have offers lined up for him. But nope, nobody wants Rooney. And that's because his reputation is completely in tatters. The only way we can even get Rooney a job is by using his connections from his playing days. And that opportunity comes from one club, Salford City. Now I know they're an EFL League 2 club, but they're owned by the class of 92. As former teammates of Wayne Rooney, they're willing to give him a chance. But it's a brutal contract, only a one-year deal. They expect him to win the league title. But right now, Wasa doesn't really have any other opportunities. He's signing the contract. And so we begin the journey of saving Wayne Rooney's managerial career. Alright boys, I have become Wayne Rooney. Okay, do we give him like a different outfit? I think not. For now, this tracksuit works. We'll only give Wazza a suit once he maybe gets to the Premier League. To be honest, right now I doubt Wayne Rooney can afford a suit. Because did you see his wages on the contract? He's getting paid like 13,000 per week. Compare that to when Wayne Rooney was playing for Man United, like 17 million a year. But hey, we will get to that level. Our goal is to climb the manager market. Maybe get Wayne Rooney a Premier League job as soon as possible. Maybe Manchester United. And of course, winning the Champions League would cement Rooney's legacy as a top manager. Of course, for now, we're being humbled at Salford City. Also, Beckham and Gary Neville aren't really being good friends. Because, man, in Rooney's comeback season, to being expected to win the league title, I know it's EFL League 2, but still. But okay, let's get to work, boys. This is the team we're working with, and it's absolutely trash. I honestly don't think Wayne Rooney has worked with players this bad ever in his career. Also, from what we've seen in Rooney's management career, I don't think he'd ever go with the 5 at the back system. Now, based on Rooney's previous jobs, the 4-2-3-1 formation was his most used tactic. He likes having a number 10 to link up the play, inside forwards who can help with goal scoring, and also wing-backs that push forward. But we're going to have one problem here. I don't think the Salford players are going to be able to adjust to Wayne Rooney's tactics. They're used to playing a defensive 5 at the back system, and out here, Wayne Rooney's coming with tactics maybe meant for the Premier League. And this is maybe what caused Wayne Rooney to fail at his previous clubs. Also, our budget is just 1.4 million, which I'd say is pretty good actually for EFL League 2, but definitely not enough to get this team to fit this 4-2-3-1 system. But hey, there's a reason why I'm here to help out Wayne Rooney, and I think one way we can do that is by trusting the youth academy. Okay, there really aren't many good players in here, but Jesse Bowman, incredible potential for a goalkeeper, 55 rated is a bit sus, but over the season if he can grow, I think he could help Salford City win the league, and we've got to make bold decisions now. But just trusting an academy player is not going to transform this team. We're going to have to really try and bring in other transfers as well, but this budget of 1.4 million is not going to allow us to do anything. Especially because Wayne Rooney does need a good coaching staff. In fact, after just hiring 4 coaches, we're down to just 400k. We're gonna have to do a massive club clear out, selling players we don't need. Okay, this is interesting. An offer for Jesse Bowman, 570k. I'm gonna reject it, but that's given me an insane money-making idea. I don't really care about all these academy players because their potential looks a bit mid. But what if I just promote all of them to the first team? And yup, the plan is working. We're getting offers for all these players. Nothing too crazy, but it's free money regardless. And just look at how much money this tactic has generated. We're up to 2.5 million. That is more than enough money for us to possibly make one good signing, as well as launch maybe an academy scouting project, because there's no way we're going to use this one-star scout. I'm thinking it might be worth spending 1.2 million to get this French scout. But okay, wait, a 3-star scout is way cheaper. I think we'll go for him instead, because that might allow me to make more signings. We'll send this scout, of course, to England, hopefully finding Wayne Rooney-like players. I know that's crazy difficult, but you never know. At the same time, this team needs whatever help we can bring them. I'm thinking we sign a centre-back as well as a right midfielder. Alright, I've put forward a couple of players here for Wayne Rooney to sign. Dylan McConde, Luke Thomas. I'm sure Rooney's looking at both of these players and thinks that he can do a better job than them. But yeah, we need the upgrade. 67 overall Luke Thomas, I think feels like the better deal. Looks like Wayne Rooney's negotiation power is pretty good. For 700,000, we've secured the signing of Luke Thomas. Now, what's a 70 rated centre-back doing in EFL League League 2. We've got Tom Lockyer here. Okay, apparently this is an awesome story. He had to quit football because of having a cardiac arrest, and he was literally playing in the Premier League for Luton Town. But now he's finally made a comeback. Even though it's EFL League 2, it's still incredible. But you know what would be even better? If he continues his journey with Wayne Rooney. Now with the 2 high-rated players we've added, I think we've got a fighting chance. We're gonna need a lot of luck, but I think we can win the league. But this ain't looking good, boys. After 17 games, we're 11th in the Premier League. Literally 13 points off the top. Now, that's not an impossible gap to close, but we're gonna need some help with the team. Now, we've run out of money. We're outside the window. The only thing we can depend upon is that academy project we started. And I think it's paid off. We've got one player in here that looks super talented, Tommy Vaughn. For some reason, he's got 80 physicality, reminding me a bit of Wayne Rooney. Oh, and he already starts at a 65 overall. That's huge. Straight away, we're signing him up. Okay, this guy's got a man bun, but he looks really good. Look at some of his play styles as well. Power shot, dead ball, acrobatic, and bruiser. This kid reminds me so much of Wayne Rooney. And you know what? Wayne Rooney debuted at 16 for Everton, and I kind of want to do that for Tommy Vaughn as well. Let's promote him straight away to the senior team. I think what we could do is have Woodburn play on the left, Vaughn playing in that cam position, and instantly that improves the team massively. And that's it, boys. It's the last bit of help we could give to Wayne Rooney's team. Everything now depends if we can make a comeback and win the league title. Now, before we get any further, if you guys could help me out by subscribing to the channel, that would be amazing. End of the season, and what's just happened? EFL League 2's player of the tournament has been announced as Salford's Vaughn. No way, boys. The man we gave a debut at 16, Tommy Vaughn, up to a 68 overall. Okay, these stats aren't that impressive, like 20 goal contributions. To be fair, he only did that in half a season. But looking at all the other stats as well, our signing of Luke Thomas has played out well. I'm starting to feel like maybe we have made the comeback. And yes, we have. Oh my days. We were near perfect towards the end of the season. Wayne Rooney finally gets his first big success as a manager, winning EFL League 2. And looks like Beckham and Gary Neville want to do everything possible now to renew Wayne Rooney's contract. But Wazza's now got interest from other clubs, like Wigan Athletic in EFL League 1. I don't think this might be the play though, because we're going to be in League 1 as well, and I'd rather coach the players I have already. But I can't lie, QPR is very interesting. They had a bit of a stinky season, 13th in the championship. But well, the last time he was in the championship, it was with Birmingham, and things didn't pan out so well. I'm wondering if it's the right time to make this move. And do you know what? There's now even interest from Spanish clubs. I wonder how Wayne Rooney's Spanish is.
Senor, por favor. Damn, that's good.
But you know what, boys? I feel like if we can just keep impressing at Salford, maybe do the impossible and secure back-to-back promotion, I feel there's a chance that could earn Wayne Rooney a Premier League move. And so, yup, Wazza has made his decision. He's staying at Salford City for Season 2. Now, I couldn't leave my boy Tommy Vaughn. We've got another season of coaching him. And honestly, boys, the situation this year is a lot better. 3.9 million in the bank. Plus, no pressure to win the title anymore. It's to just fight for promotion, which I think we do have right now. Bowman in goal. He's going to keep growing. Vaughn as well. He was the best player in League 2 last season. What I want to do this season with the 4 million is maybe get in a new CDM and strengthen the full-back positions. We sort that out. And I think Rooney's boys are going to have another good season. Now, I do love a good free agent signing. And look who I found. Han Yong-han, a South Korean left-back. I remember Rooney was teammates with Park Ji-sung back in his Man United days. And I think a 71 rated left-back for free. There's just no way I can say no to that. Bro, by the way, looks more like a K-pop star than a footballer. But hey, if he performs on the pitch, no complaints from me. Now, for the CDM spot, I found this Irish player, Connor Coventry. Again, for just 1.1 million, I think we're getting another brilliant deal. Now, I'm not done yet. Another good option has popped up for the right-back spot. Jan Valery plays for Sheffield Wednesday, which are a League 1 club, which means we can sign him. Okay, this is the first time Wayne Rooney's been rejected. We just don't have the facilities to sign this guy. I guess a 73 rated player was just too much for Salford City, but 71 rated Kane Ramsey, now that we've managed to pull off. Now that I'm looking at the team we've built, for sure we made the right decision staying at Salford. We've got the team adjusted to Wayne Rooney's tactics. The quality is improved as well from last season. And if Tommy Vaughn can keep performing, I reckon we could go back to back. And who knows what opportunities that might lead us to. Maybe a Premier League job. I'm actually in disbelief. Did we actually secure back-to-back promotions? Unbelievable. This Daniel Udo guy out of nowhere has become a cult hero. Wayne Rooney owes him one. Also, the growth. Look at Tommy Vaughn up to a 74 overall. Bowman is up to 72. 26 goal contributions as well from Tommy. But you know what? After all the sackings Wayne Rooney has endured, we've just put back-to-back promotions with Salford on his CV. And of course, that's got Beckham and Gary Neville rushing to try and get a renewal. But I'm wondering if any vacancies have opened up in the Premier League. Because come on, we've just secured back-to-back promotions. Are you joking? The Everton job is actually available? Oh my days. And guys, this is not rigged. Literally, there is no way with mods you can rig this. It just had to be Everton. Wayne Rooney going back to his boyhood club as a manager. I'll be honest, boys. Staying at Salford City for another season was not part of the plan. After back-to-back promotions, there's no way in the Championship we can perform as well. And it is happening, boys. Job offer from Everton, 66,000 per week. Remember when I said that when we get into the Premier League, we're going to give Wayne Rooney a suit? Without a shadow of doubt, Wasa has earned it. And it's the moment of truth, man. We're signing the contract with Everton. And there you go, boys. Rooney's being unveiled as his boyhood club's manager. But this is going to be a big step up competing in the Premier League. Wayne Rooney has never managed at this level. But I think now he's got a lot of experience, the good as well as the bad. Yo, I didn't even check, but Rooney's joining an Everton team in a complete mess. They just about avoided the relegation zone. But you know what? I like the enthusiasm of the players. Jared Brantwaite, the captain, is greeting Waza. And honestly, the quality upgrade here at Everton. First time it feels like Rooney's coaching players may be on his level. Okay, definitely not on his level, but at least close. We've got Jared Brantwaite at the back, the captain. Ndika's a solid centre-back to partner him. James Garner, he's got a Man United past as well. Tyler Dibbling, another proper talent, that this Barry guy up top. 24-year-old French striker. Ndiaye is pretty good. I think this is where Rooney can really make a big step in his managerial career, especially when we've got budgets like that. 54 million. That's the Premier League TV money coming through. Now, the positive thing is this Everton team was already playing a 4-2-3-1 system. Rooney knows all about that. Now, we've got this 80-rated Argentinian cam at the club, Carlos Alcaraz. The kid's only 24, but we're making Rooney's first big decision at Everton. I'm selling him. Now, you might think this makes absolutely no sense, but that's the only way I can make way for Tommy Vaughn. He's now up to a 75 overall, and I know that's a bit low rated for the Premier League, but I genuinely feel he's ready. Now, I knew that Salford wouldn't let one of their most talented players leave, so before I left Salford, I snuck in a release clause in a Tommy Vaughn's contract, which means now for 15 million we can buy him. I know this is the most ethical thing, but we gotta do this, man, to help Rooney succeed in his career. Now, Rooney didn't need to convince him at all to sign for Everton. It was an instant deal. Now, I know we're taking a risk trusting 18-year-old Vaughn, but that's what Everton did back in the day with Wayne Rooney. And I'm sure if we sort out the rest of the team with high-rated players, we should be fine. And there are a couple of areas I'm already looking at. Goalkeeper and left back for now. Hang on a minute, boys. Jesse Bowman just keeps getting better. The goalkeeper we had at Salford. He's up to a 79 overall. And bro, he's only 19. I'm willing to take the risk. Oh, but come on, Salford unwilling to sign him, and I completely forgot to put a release clause on his contract. To be honest, if we stole both Jesse Bowman and Tommy Vaughn, Beckham and Neville would be after Rooney's life. Instead, I feel like James Trafford is a really good option. And who would have thought we'd have Wayne Rooney having a meeting with Pep Guardiola? And looks like Rooney's got the better of Pep this time. 32 million for Trafford. Now, that's at least our goalkeeper position sorted. And now for the left back spot, it's maybe time to use Rooney's Man United connection. Patrick Dorgu, 80-rated left back. Welcome to Everton. Man, Trafford and Dorgu have improved the team so much, although we could use a better right back as well. But we're now down to just 16.8 million in cash. But I do have a couple of offers coming in. This Malagan guy, we can't sell him since we signed Trafford. Now, this is a massive problem we've got here, because Spurs are willing to pay the release clause of Ndiaye 58.3 million. He's one of our highest rated players. And he's just messaged Waza. Bro, and now Rooney's got a meeting with Ndiaye. This is going to be massive. Wayne Rooney's got to sell him a dream on Everton. And to be honest, getting a wage bump, as well as a bit of convincing from one of the greatest ever Premier League players, was enough. Ndiaye stays. Meanwhile, with a few other player sales, we've got our budget up to 36.6 million, and that should be enough to sign Omar El Hilali from Brentford. But wait a minute, our plan has been ruined because there's apparently a budget malfunction at the club, and suddenly our budget has dropped to 18 million. Now we can't afford a new right back. Why does this chaos always happen to Wayne Rooney? I mean, he's had to deal with clubs that have gotten points deduction and now a stupid budget malfunction. But anyways, looks like for season 1, this is going to be our team. I think a lot is resting on Tommy Vaughn. He was insane in League 2, in League 1, but the Premier League is different. I may have put too much faith into young Tommy Vaughn. 19 games for him, 0 goal contributions. Bro has even gone past the 007 meme. He did grow to a 79. Thankfully, players around him delivered. Look at Thierno Barry, 85 rated now, 25 goals. And Diaye, good thing Rooney convinced him to stay. McNeil coming in with a lot of assists. And all of that led to a solid 9th place in the Premier League. Bro, considering Everton was 16th last season, Rooney has come in and changed everything. Even in cup competitions, we're showing this Everton team can compete. We made it to the quarterfinals. Things now have completely changed for Wazza, man. Look at our job security. It's safe. We don't have to really worry about being sacked. In fact, now we've got decisions to make because it looks like there is an availability of a job at Newcastle, probably the world's richest club. Remember, our goal with Rooney is to get him to a Champions League. With Newcastle, things might be a lot easier. Then we've got Spurs as well. They are looking to replace Thomas Frank. Oh my days, it looks like the Liverpool job is up for grabs as well. But come on, man, we can't have Wayne Rooney managing Liverpool. That would just be diabolical. I am kind of just waiting for a vacancy at Man United. For some reason, they've got this coach called Dong Zhang, who plays like a park the bus kick and rush tactic. How has he still got his job? Maybe we should definitely wait to see if that Man United job opens up. Because, man, it would be a dream to get Wayne Rooney there, winning the Prem with Man United. But now I think we're keeping Rooney here at Everton. To be honest, I do feel like an extra season at Everton is the right play. Because if we can sneak Everton into the top 6, that would really get Rooney a lot of interest from big clubs. Maybe that offer from Man United, possibly even from the big La Liga clubs like Barca and Madrid. Now, we do have a budget again of 53 million. And honestly, the only thing I want to change in this team, right back spot. Now, we almost signed Omar El Hilali last season, but now we can go a bit better with John Miguel Aramburu. I think he's Ecuadorian, 83 rated right back. But yeah, we pretty much had to blow our entire budget just to sign him. Do you know what, boys? The more I look at this Everton team, especially with Aramburu coming in, forget top 6, we might need to be aiming for top 4. End of the season, and I'm seeing Spurs in 12th, Newcastle in 8th, both clubs that were interested in signing Wayne Rooney, but we rejected them to stay at Everton. And for good reason, because we finished 3rd. Champions League football next time around for Everton. Nah, this is actually turning out to being a mental season because Everton win the Carabao Cup. Rooney's just won a trophy with his boyhood club. And all round, boys, this team is showing so much more promise. And Diaye is now 89 rated. Barry up top is 89 as well. I feel like Wayne Rooney isn't far off from guiding this team to a Premier League. But hold on, boys, this changes everything. The Manchester United job is available. And wait a minute, Rooney's just got an email from the Man United board.
Wazza, we've had another season of not qualifying for Champions League, and we've not won the Prem since you were at the club. We've seen what you have done at Salford and Everton, and that's why we want one of our best ever players to lead us to glory again.
After a message like that, how can I say no? I know this is a step down in a way, because with Everton, we've built such an incredible team. But let's be honest, boys, when we started off saving Rooney's management career, getting to Man United, winning the Premier League and Champions League with them was one of the goals. And now that an opportunity to manage them has come, I don't think we can say no. I'm signing the contract. It's a big, big decision for Wazza joining Man United. This is a club that has broken so many great managers. But honestly, on first glance, I'm seeing a lot of talent in this team. One thing's for sure, though, Rooney ain't gonna stand for playing a 5-at-the-back system. This ain't even Ruben Amorim's attacking system, man. It's just shocking. No wonder Man United have been struggling. Now, at both Salford as well as Everton, Rooney went for a 4-2-3-1 system. But I'm looking at the players they've got. Marcus Thuram, Benjamin Sesko. There's even Rasmus Højlund who's come back from his spell at Napoli. I think Rooney's gonna have to adapt and maybe go to a 4-4-2 system. A formation that Man United used when Rooney was winning everything with them. Now, I didn't realize that we already have quite a few ballers in this team. Hakimi and Lewis Kelly are just perfect fullbacks. I like the partnership of Lenny Yoro and De Ligt. I think what Rooney really needs to do here, getting rid of the older players and replacing them with young blood. We've got Marcus Thuram up top, who's 85, but he's 31. Bruno Fernandes is 34. Rashford is 31 as well. We've got Cunha. I guess he can slot into that striker position, but he's 29 too. So I guess we need to first prioritize the centre mid and left mid position, because I guess Cunha can do a job. And when Rooney was coaching Everton, he did have a left midfielder who really performed every time the team needed. Iliman and Diaye. Okay, signing him might empty the bank for us. Because our budget with Man United is 124 million. To be fair, at Everton, we probably wouldn't get a budget like that. And this is our budget when we've not qualified for Champions League. So at least it looks like the board is backing Rooney. That's the most important thing. But now negotiations with the new Everton boss who's replaced me. Okay, and he's not going to allow me to sign NDIA. Bro, I was literally the former Everton boss. How are you going to disrespect me like that and just walk out? But you know what? That makes me want to sign NDIA even more. I think we might need to sell Cunha. Since we don't use a cam in our formation, might just be worth it. And all right, boys, we've sorted out both Cunha and Mount Sale. But I've just realized we're in the previous season still. We've not made our way to the next season. And wait a minute, that kind of means we can use this 124 million we've got to maybe make a pre-contract signing. Because I'm pretty sure if we don't use this money now, it's going to go away next season. And honestly, I'm thinking it might be the perfect time to sign a player like Gavi. In our 4-4-2 system, I don't see a player that fits in better than him. Plus, look at his aggression, bro. 85. Definitely reminds me of Wayne Rooney. And I think we're getting a deal out here. 79.2 million for Gavi. Now, I am a bit unsure if this money's going to be debited from this season's budget or next season's. We're into the new season. Gavi has just been unveiled. And I think that money went from last season, bro, because now we've got a budget of 203 million. That includes the money we got for Cunha and Mount. I think we finessed the system. And now the plan is to go for Iliman and Diaye. There is no way Everton can stop us. And for 110 million, Rooney's getting his reunion with Ndiaye. Now, I thought I'd just check up on one of the first academy products we promoted back from our Salford days, Jesse Bowman, but look at where he is now. 87 overall, playing for Juventus, the heir to Gianluigi Buffon. Now, we've already got Svila in the club, who's a good goalkeeper, but I've got a feeling getting reunited with Jesse Bowman might be the play. And let's see if I can pull off a swap deal with Svila involved. We've got 90 million left, so let's chuck in like 60 and see if we can get a deal done. No, they just want all cash. I know if we can agree on a fee that Bowman will 100% want to join Rooney. But okay, boys, I am making a crazy call. Svila has just been sold. 49.8 million coming from that deal. And that's now more than enough for Rooney to be coaching Bowman once again. Last time they were together, it was at Salford City. But now it's at Manchester United. Not gonna lie, it feels like we've completely transformed this Man United team. And I do feel like with what Rooney was able to achieve at Everton, our expectation is here to go beyond. This is our chance to make Wayne Rooney a Premier League winning manager. And no way, guys, our first Premier League game of the season is against Everton. This is gonna be a bit emotional for Rooney. Let's see what our former club has been up to. They've still got Vaughn, Barry up top. McNeil is the one to replace Ndiaye. It's pretty much the same team I had built. Now, I do regret a bit not going for Tommy Vaughn because he kind of stopped growing. He's 81. Plus, we don't have a cam position in our team. Maybe if he grows a lot this season, we can maybe figure something out. But for now, let's see how we fare against Everton, the team that Rooney built versus the team he's building now. This could be a good indicator to see where we are. And a loss is not what I expect against Rooney's former club. Now I'm worried about how this season's going to go down. Now, with Wayne Rooney gone, Everton still managed to get top 4. And I'm seeing clubs like Liverpool in 6th, Chelsea 8th, Newcastle 9th. I think we're in the top 2. No freaking way. We just won the league. We just freaking won the league by 1 point. Wayne Rooney has got Man United a Premier League title after all these years. And I can see why. He's got Sesko balling out 90 overall. Gavi's up to an 89. Ndiaye 90. Not gonna lie, the CV we've now built up for Wayne Rooney, absolutely insane. Long gone are the days of being sacked by Birmingham after 83 days. But now we've got trophies with Salford, Carabao Cup with Everton, and now the Premier League with Man United. And the only thing that's left to cement Rooney's legacy as a top manager, Champions League. Now, I thought it would make sense to see if there's maybe a chance of Wayne Rooney getting a job abroad. A club like Barca or Real Madrid would make things easy to win the Champions League, but there's no vacancy. And to be fair, I think the best thing we can do to cement Rooney's legacy is get him to win the Champions League with Man United. He'll be one of the few players who's won the Champions League both as a player and as a manager. And I think we gotta do it with Man United. Okay, as Premier League champions, we have the confidence, but I'm wondering what can we actually do to make it to that Champions League final. And honestly, I can only see one weak link in the team. Marcus Thuram, he's 32. I think replacing him has got to be the play. Now, this is why we left Everton. Look at the budget we've got for winning the Premier League. 218 million. We can basically sign any forward we want. Now, I can't lie. The thought of signing Tommy Vaughn has come to my mind. Now, we could change our formation and sign Vaughn as a cam, but we can't get emotional, bro. We're trying to win the Champions League. I feel like Tommy Vaughn, it's better he stays at Everton. Now, there is another Everton player that absolutely absolutely balled out for us. Tierno Barry. And just look at his overall up to a 92. Looks like we are indeed going to have another reunion. And I do think Waza might be able to fool the Everton boss, because we're going to put Marcus Thuram in a swap deal, chuck in 100 mil, and it would be insane if we can pull this deal through, and oh, we can. 118 million is the final value, but I feel like Wayne Rooney has now just abused the relationship he's had with Everton. But hey, we got to do what we got to do to try and get Rooney that Champions League trophy, and I think that's it. The team is now complete. These are Wayne Rooney's boys, and we've now got a Champions League to win. And aren't we off to a good start in the Champions League? Top of the league phase. But guys, one thing differently we're doing in this Champions League run, I'm not going to be allowed to play even the final. This is a video about Rooney's management, and I feel like I shouldn't be involved gameplay wise, because you guys know most cases I'll just end up winning. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We gotta get there first, and we are skipping the playoffs, and it was close, but we just about knocked out Lazio in the round of 16. But our first real test in the Champions League, AC Milan. Not gonna lie, seeing Man United and Milan go head to head in the Champions League, that is football heritage. But can we get the result in the first leg? We can. Two of our Everton boys getting the goals as well. Second leg, do we absolutely thrash Milan? And now, boys, this is crazy luck for Rooney getting Athletic Bilbao in the semis. Okay, this might be trickier than I expected. A 1-1 draw. But look at the smile Rooney's got on his face. Waza knows we've got things covered. Second leg, we are going to get the job done, and we do. And now we've got just one game stopping us from completing the challenge with Wayne Rooney. Kind of fitting that it's with Arsenal. Also, boys, it is a bit frustrating that we couldn't win the league this season. In fact, Arsenal destroyed us. That's going to make them favorites. We did win the FA Cup, though. That's a good thing. But honestly, boys, what a team we've built here with Rooney. In fact, at every club we've been at, we've had heroes. Barry and Ndiaye have, of course, followed us along. Bowman as well. Gotta give a shout out to Tommy Vaughn. Let's actually just see where he's managed to get to. A respectable 85. Fair enough. And this is our moment, boys, to complete Rooney's CV. Make him a manager who's won both the Champions League as a player as well as a manager. Now, I can't influence the result. It all depends on these players we've assembled. Can we beat Arsenal? Can Rooney do it? And yes, he can. Hakimi and Ndiaye with the goals. Wayne Rooney is now a Champions League winner. From being humiliated and sacked at Birmingham to now taking his most loved club, Man United, to Champions League glory. Fair to say we have saved Rooney's management career. Now, if you enjoyed this video, why not watch me start career mode but unemployed? Click here.